Hey everybody, good Saturday morning. I forgot what morning it was. Top of the morning to you. Hope you're doing okay this morning. Eddie William Sellers. You may ask, Eddie, why do you shout your name out like that? Because in making videos, I always have to remind myself, quit hollering. I seem like I want to holler, don't I? So, Eddie William Sellers. Hey everybody, hope you're feeling okay this morning. The Morning Post this morning. The 5 pounds of clover I threw out the other day is sprouting all around the garden this morning. I want to throw out 5 pounds of crimson clover soon. Crimson clover has what looks like little strawberries that cover the yard. Bees love clover. So do the chickens. They buried the Pope this morning. I was listening to a little bit of that on the BBC. I used to love the old Tommy James and the Shondells song. Crimson and Clover, over and over. Y'all remember that song started out by him saying, do 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 do. Crimson and Clover. Anyhow, you had to be there. Ava and I walked barefoot over the grass in the lower yard late yesterday evening. We laid some Bermuda sod down there a month or so ago. Me and my brother Richard did. We as Americans wear shoes too often. We use different muscles and tendons in our feet when we walk barefoot. Plus, we absorb the energy from the earth up through our body. Earthing. As kids, we went barefoot a lot, running the streets of Cabbagetown, riding bicycles, walking to school barefoot. One of the things I love about the beach is barefoot morning and evening walks. It stormed heavily last night here in East Point. I laid in the darkness of the bedroom, looking out my 2 windows. It's right beside my bed as the lightning lit up the room with the sound of rain pounding against the house. Boom, boom, and Gracie just laid there and slept right through it. Funerals have changed over my lifetime, but of course everything has changed over your lifetime once you're close to living for 70 years. But funerals have really changed. They seemed to be big back in the day. Oh, everybody had to have everybody to put on a big funeral for Mama and Daddy and Granny and Granddaddy. You know, people's society statue or whatever was kind of looked up. Did anybody show up? How many people were there? You know, about funerals. I have spoken at some big ones with huge crowds, and even news media cover it outside. Even at my Granny Bratcher's funeral, the church was packed. I told my boss down at Georgia Blueprint at the time, Chuck Allman, I said, I confided in my boss a lot. He was a Baptist deacon down there. But I told him, I said, I'm kind of worried, Chuck, that when I get up there, that all the childhood memories and how much I love my granny would just take over me and I won't be able to get through it. I said, I don't want to get up there and cry. I want to do good. It's my Granny Bratcher. And I remember he told me firmly, God's grace will be with you in that moment when you step up to the podium. You'll feel the grace of the Lord, and you won't do any of that. You'll do fine. And as soon as I stepped up to the podium and started, I was composed. I didn't cry. I had people come to their feet in the old style of preaching of she is with Jesus now. Come on, can somebody say amen? And I did. God's grace was sufficient in that moment. I have decided when I leave here that I don't want a funeral. No fanfare, no songs, no sermons, no celebration of life services. Just to be cremated and for my children to not waste $10,000 or $15,000 on a burial service. There will be plenty of years after I am gone for them to remember me in their sunsets on the beach, in their giggles at Christmas time, on birthdays, talking about my weird ways, my humor. I don't need it all to happen in a few days after I die. They will grieve my loss without entertaining others. At least that's my wish that I've told them. Maybe funerals are outdated unless you are the Pope or a president. I never understood why some families wanted the saddest song sung at somebody's funeral. or others use the time to try to do an altar call. To me, and maybe y'all, this is just me, it always seemed a little tacky and low class. I know this about myself. I have walked through life with a lot of class. Maybe that was more of a seller's trait. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Atlanta after all of the storming last night. I think I want a garden filled with clover this summer. I want to walk barefoot around on it. Even get stung by a bee while walking on it. Little bees love clover. Crimson and clover, over and over, said the old prophet from the late 70s, Tommy James. Good morning, sweet people. The picture over on my Facebook page, some of you want to come over and us be Facebook buddies, with the Buddha now moved over to the garden house and flowing again. Boom Boom keeps trying to get the Buddha saved, but he is just being Baptist. Love y'all.